Hi guys, today we'll be taking up a polynomial chapter. So the flow of the chapter will be in such a way, we'll be discussing some concepts and on each concept we'll be discussing some questions. So you can ask your queries regarding the concepts after I discuss the concepts and after each question also. So but in between do not disturb while I am explaining the concept as well as the solution of the question. Okay. So what you need to do is first of all focus on this concept. So let us start with the chapter polynomials. So basically in class 8th you must have studied the chapter algebraic expression. So first of all, before discussing this polynomial chapter, let us understand where did polynomials come from as well as which is what we'll be going to study and what is the basic difference between an equation or a polynomial. Okay, so this will be the basic point. Okay, so first of all we'll be discussing algebraic expression because polynomials is a special type of an algebraic expression. So for knowing polynomials we need to understand algebraic expression. Okay, so what are algebraic expression? Algebraic expressions is a mathematical expression. It is a mathematical expression in which we have, it is a mathematical expression which we have what? Some constants, then some variables, and then we have some mathematical operations which consist of plus, minus, multiply or divide. So these four will be considered under as mathematical operation. So what did I tell you? Algebraic expression is a mathematical expression which have some constants, some variables as well as some mathematical operations in it. Okay. So I'm writing an expression. You tell me whether it is an algebraic expression or not. Okay. So we'll be checking it up with the definition of algebraic expression. So I'm writing here an example of, let's suppose 5x plus 2. So you tell me whether it is an algebraic expression or not. Okay. So yeah, I'm waiting. You tell me. Okay, this example I'll tell you first of all how to solve this, how to check this one out. Okay, so as we know that in an algebraic expression we should have some constants. Okay, so let us check whether this given expression, this given mathematical expression has some constants or not. So what do you understand by constants here? Constants are those values which are fixed in nature, okay, which are fixed in nature. Okay, and the variables are such values which continuously vary, its value. Okay, which continuously changes. Okay, so as the name suggests only that variables are those which values changes continuously. Okay, and you know very well the mathematical operations. So now let's check whether this expression is an algebraic expression or not. So first of all let us check whether this expression consists of some constants or not. So constants in this universe are all those numbers, like suppose all the number system are constant, that is 1, 2, 10, 11, any number, because we cannot change the value of any number. Okay, so 11 will remain 11 only, 10 will remain 10 only. So here we can see we have two constants, that is 5 and 2. So first condition is fulfilled, that an algebraic expression consists of some constants. Now let us move on to the variable part. So what is variable? Let me explain you what are variables. Variables are those whose values continuously changes. Now let us know why do we require variables in this. Why do we require variables? Okay, so now let's suppose I am drawing a rectangle of length say 10 centimeter and breadth let it be 3 centimeter. Okay, so I've drawn a rectangle of length 10 centimeter and breadth 3 centimeter. Now can you tell me that in this universe will there be any other rectangle whose dimensions will not be 10 centimeter and 3 centimeter? Can there be any rectangle possible whose dimensions will be different from this one? It is possible. It can be infinite number of rectangles whose dimensions will not be equal to 10 and 3 centimeter. Okay, so that means the length and breadth will continuously change according to our demands, or according to different objects the dimensions will change. So that means we cannot fix the length of the rectangle to be 10 centimeter and the breadth of the rectangle to be 3 centimeter for each and every rectangle in this whole universe. Okay, so for this we know that the length can be changed automatically and the breadth can be changed as per our ease or as per our condition. So what we'll be doing, we'll be replacing this 10 centimeter with the alphabet L, that will be denoting what, length of the rectangle, and this 3 centimeter with the alphabet B, which will be denoting breadth of the rectangle. So why I have written alphabets here, because this will reflect us that, this will show us that length can be take any value, L can take any number of values, and B can also vary any number of times. Okay, so now we are not restricted to just 10 centimeter and 3 centimeter. We can put any value of L and any value of B, and then we can get a required rectangle of that dimension. Okay, so here I require a variable because this can be changed continuously any number of times. So what did I do? I replaced the fixed value with the alphabet. So in case of our expressions, we'll be using alphabets in order to show the variables. We'll be using alphabets in order to show the variables. But in some cases, you'll find constants we'll find alphabets which will be representing constants. So there we have to mention that this alphabet is showing a constant and these alphabet are variables. So at that particular time we need to bifurcate those, that these alphabets are constants and these are variables. But in general case we use all the alphabets as a variable case only. Clear? So now let us check in our question. Here we have an alphabet that is X. So this is a variable. So we have constants, we have variables, and we have a mathematical operation, that is plus sign in between them. As well as we have one more mathematical operation here, that is into sign, that is multiplication sign between 5 and x, because we very well know that we can combine any two numbers with the multiplication sign. If there is no sign, then we use what? Then we use multiply. So 5x will be equal to 5 into x. So here we have mathematical operations, here we have constants, here we have variables. So it is a complete algebraic expression. So in this way, with the help of its definition, you can easily identify what is an algebraic expression and what are the conditions that should be fulfilled. Okay, clear? Now coming on to the second part, now we'll be discussing what is the difference between an algebraic expression and polynomials. So for that we need to go deep in the definition of algebraic expression again. So now see, so now I am writing in the short form, that is algebraic expression. Okay, so now let us see what is the basic difference between algebraic expression and polynomials. In case of algebraic expression, like suppose I am writing an algebraic expression as 3x square plus 7x plus 8. Okay, so this, let us check first of all whether it is an algebraic expression or not. Okay, so here we are finding that variables are there, that is x is replacing the place of variables. We have constants, that is 7, 8 and 3, and we also have here mathematical operations, that is plus and multiplication sign. So yes, it is a algebraic expression. Now let us define some conditions which will make this algebraic expression a polynomial. So what is that particular condition which makes an algebraic expression a polynomial? Okay, so in case of algebraic expression, these variables can take any power, So power can be equal to all the positive numbers, all the negative numbers, 0, any root 1, any fraction 1, any power. Any power can be taken by variables in case of only algebraic expression. That means, now let's suppose I am writing 3 upon y square plus 7xy plus 8. So now we have to check whether it is an algebraic expression or not. So algebraic expression definition says that it should consist of variables which it has already x and y. It should have constants which it has only 3, 7 and 8. It should have some mathematical operations. So here it has plus sign, here we have divide, and in between these we have multiplication sign. So here we can find that it is a complete algebraic expression. So in algebraic expression, these variables have, here we can see that x will be having a positive 1 power, y will also have a positive 1 power, but here that is 3 upon y square. So now when we put this y square in the numerator part, this power will be changed to -2. This +2 will be changed to -2. So now here we can see that in case of algebraic expression, the variables can take any power that will be of positive nature, of negative nature. Either it can be 0 or it can be root or it can be in fractions or anything. Okay, any number it can be taken up as a power in algebraic expression. But in case of polynomials, we are just restricted to only the whole numbers. We are just restricted to only the whole numbers. That means all the variables should have only the whole numbers as their power. Okay, is it clear? Like suppose I am writing 337xy plus 7m plus 3. Okay, so now we have to check whether it is an algebraic expression or not. So yes, it is an algebraic expression because it consists of some variables, some constants as well as some mathematical operation. Now we have to check whether this algebraic expression is a special type or not. That means whether it is a polynomial or not. So what we have to do is we just have to check the powers of the variables. We just have to check the powers of the variables. So here we have three variables, that is one will be x, next one will be y, and the third one is m. So now let us check their powers. So x will be having +1, y will also have +1, and m also has +1 power only. Okay, so here we can see that the powers of the variable are in whole numbers, are not other than whole numbers. That means this kind of particularly algebraic expression will be called as polynomials. So that I was telling in the starting also, that algebraic polynomial is a special type of algebraic expression. Now I think so you all are clear with this concept that polynomials are a special kind of algebraic expression whose variables can just take whole numbers as their powers, not other than whole numbers. That means 0 and all the positive numbers till infinite. Okay, is it clear? Any other doubts regarding the polynomials case or in the explanation of algebraic expression? Any other doubts regarding this? No? So shall I move further? Now let me give you some examples and you find out whether those are polynomials, whether that can be called as algebraic expression or both. Okay, so now let me give you some examples. 5x square upon y plus 3xy plus 7. So now check whether this is a algebraic expression or it can be called as polynomial or it can be called as both. Okay, so now we very well know that this expression will play a role of algebraic expression definitely, because it has some variables, it has some constants, it has some mathematical operations. Now what we need to do is we just need to check whether it is a polynomial or not. So what we'll be doing, we'll be just checking the powers of variables. So here we can see that x have a positive +2 power, here x have positive 1 power, here y also have positive 1 power, but here y is placed in the denominator, and y when goes upward will take up a -1, that means this becomes as 5x square y to the power -1. So here we have a single variable whose power is in negative. So here we can just directly say that this expression is not a polynomial, it is just an algebraic expression. Clear? So now let me give you one more example so that it will be more clear to you. So here is our example number 2. Okay, so let's suppose 75x square y upon x plus 13y plus 7mn plus 18xy upon y. Okay, so now here let us check whether it is an algebraic expression or it is a polynomial, or we can say in both. Okay, so here it is an algebraic expression. As we know, all the variables are there, all the constants are there, all the mathematical operations are there. So what we need to do is just check regarding the polynomial case. So here we have a variable, that is this x variable in the denominator, as well as we have here y variable in the denominator. So that doesn't mean that it is not a polynomial, because we have still not simplified this part, we have still not reduced to a simpler form. So first of all we need to solve the question and make it as simple as possible. Okay, So here we can see that x will be cancelled out and here y will be cancelled out. So what remains is 75xy plus 13y plus 7mn plus 18x. So now this is the reduced form of expression. Now we have to check whether it consists of any negative powers or not. So here we can see x has positive power, y has positive power, here also y has positive power, here m, here n, here x. So all the variables have a positive power. That means this particular expression will be called as algebraic expression, as well as it can be called as a polynomial. Clear? Clear with this question? Any doubts in this question? We cannot say this question without solving that it is a polynomial or not. First we have to simplify each and every question, then only we are able to answer, or we can answer whether it is a polynomial or not. So do not say it in the first step only. First of all, simplify that question and then only come to a conclusion whether it is a polynomial or not. Now let us take another example. Example number 3. Root 3 xy plus 7x square plus, no, this will be minus 72 xy square upon x. Clear? So this is our next question and you have to check it whether it is an algebraic expression or a polynomial or they are both. Okay. So now let us see. Here we have all the variables, here we have constants, as well as here we have mathematical operations also. So this expression can be completely called as algebraic expression. Now coming on to the polynomial part, what we need to see is we need to just check the powers. Okay, so here we see that x is in the denominator, but as I told you in the previous question that we cannot just simply say whether it is a polynomial or not in the first place when it is not reduced to a simpler form. When the expression is complex and we can make it into a simpler form, then first we have to make it in simpler form, then only we can conclude whether it is a polynomial or not. Please make sure that you do this point clearly. Okay, you do this point. Okay. So now what you will be doing is root 3 xy plus 7x square minus 72 xy square. As we can see that the whole expression is divided by x, and we can also see that each term we can split these terms. Okay, so what we can do is we can write like this: root 3 xy upon x. We can split it up because x is a part of each and every term, so we can easily split it up. Okay, so next will be 7x square upon x, next one will be minus 72 xy square upon x. So what do we get here? We can see that in each term, that is, this will be the first term, this will be second term, and this will be the third term. In each term we can see that x gets cancelled out. Okay, so what remains is root 3 y plus 7x minus 72 y square. So here we have our simplified expression. Now what we can do is we can now check whether it is an algebraic expression or a polynomial. So now we have a reduced form of a expression. Okay, so now we have variables, we have all those constants and mathematical operation. So this is an algebraic expression. Now we'll be checking it up for polynomial. So here we have the variable as a positive power, here also we have a variable as a positive power, and here also y has a positive power. So I can say that this will be called as a polynomial as well as an algebraic expression. But I know that some of you are confused with this root 3, and some of you are saying that the answer is not a polynomial, that this expression is not a polynomial. But you all are wrong, because I made it very clear that we just need to check the powers of the variables and we are not at all worried about the constants powers. Okay, so here in our case we have all the variables having a positive power only, that is y is having a positive 1 power, x is also have a positive 1 power, y also have positive 2. So our variables have positive power. That means this particular expression will be called as a polynomial. Okay, but you guys are thinking that this 3 constant is having a power as half, because you know very well root 3 can be written in exponential form as 3 to the power 1 by 2. So you all are confused with this one, that 3 is having a fractional power which we restrict in our case of polynomials. That means any power should not be in fractions. But I made it very clear that only the variables power need to be checked and constants are to be left as it is. They need not to be changed or need not to be checked. Okay, so here 3 is a constant and we are not at all interested in checking the power of this constant. We are just worried about our variables and its powers and their powers. Okay, so we are not at all worried about the constant's powers or what is the value of constant given. Suppose I am writing here like this, minus 1 y. So I am not at all seeing that a constant is a negative number or what is given. I am just checking the power of this variable, whether it is positive or negative or any root is there or not. Okay, so please make it sure that you are just checking the variables powers in case of polynomials and you are not considered about the constants. So for today we'll be ending up our session on this topic only, that is the basic difference between polynomials and algebraic expression. I think so that it must be clear, all those definitions and all the examples. So if you have any doubt in the definition part or the difference that I told you in case of powers or any of the examples we did till now, so any query in any step, if you think so that any step is missing out or any step is not clear to you, then I can explain it to you now. You can ask me any doubt. So I think so everything is clear to you. Okay, so we'll be discussing the next topic, that is the types of polynomials as well as the degree of polynomial in our next class. And for today this is it guys. Okay, so thank you so much for cooperating. Okay.